Oh, hello there, and I do hope you're all well. Now, is this the most embarrassing video to date from Desperate Tory MP, Rishi Sunak? And believe me, when I first watched this, I thought to myself, this is what somebody's made this. It's a satire account, and I'm thinking, no, surely that's satire. Nobody's that desperate to do something like that. But we will look into the tweets and no, I don't think it is. This is embarrassing. So, without further ado, let's watch this embarrassment. Even the click at the end just sounded embarrassing. And you just think, no, nobody's going to take that seriously. No, and I would have sat, when I first looked at it, I thought, right, I'm going to look into the tweets underneath it, because somebody will say, oh, marvellous, absolutely genius satire, and you'll get the odd one or two people who'll say, who'll fall for it, and other people, and to say, check the account, it's a parody. But no, there's just a shed load of response. Look, let's go through them, because it's like this one. First, I thought this was something produced by Mr. Michael Spicer. I think he's the guy who does The Room Next Door, where he sort of like get all these Tory MPs saying the most ridiculous things, and he makes a cracking video out of it, and it's superb. But in The Room Next Door, unbelievable. Can we have some adults in charge of the UK? Yeah, totally agree. Can't we have some adults in there in charge? Matt Galsworthy. Oh, I love this guy. He's just brilliant. This is just stupid. You're a fool, Rishi Sunak, and an incredibly desperate one at that. And yeah, it is. How on earth is racing to review every EU law going to keep Britain safe? Is this a very ugly deceit? Those regulations you want to water down or remove our consumer welfare and worker protections. Get the teeth in. You actively want to make us less safe so business can better exploit us, and I think there is a little something in that, isn't there? And somebody replies, setting that ridiculous tight deadline to sweep all EU delivery law away says it all. It's not going to involve an in-depth consideration of whether any of these rules provide a net benefit. We need grown-ups in charge, not these kids in a sandbox. And I think that's a brilliant analogy. Yeah, because it's spot on. How can you have a careful consideration of these EU laws in 100 days? It's just ridiculous. Political expert, watched a few videos. He's pretty good. It makes me feel inadequately stupid when I watch what he does. He's brilliant in it. He's one of the stupidest political ads I've ever seen. Totally agree. Businesses doesn't want this. They want access to the 600 million EU customers. Yeah, I've always said to people who run their own businesses, and they get absolutely butter about EU laws and whatever, and I usually say, will you take your emotional hat off and put your business cap back on and say, say other countries, who would they prefer to trade with? A country that has a potential 69 million potential customers, or a potential 600 million EU customers? Who would you first prefer to do business with? And they'll try and say, make up excuses. No, none of that nonsense. Who would you prefer to what sounds more appealing? 68, 69 million potential customers, or 600 million? And they usually get all butter and start roaring like big girls' blouses, but yeah, parody Boris. Keep Brexit safe from what? Reality? More like rewriting all the Brexit policies to favour the Tories. Keep the rich agenda. Yeah, sounds about that right, doesn't it? Oh, but you get the odd one or twos. I've seen this one saying this is desperate stuff. Liz has already made clear that she will pass legislation to ensure all EU laws are replaced or repealed by the end of 2023. I trust her to deliver that far more than you promising some delivery unit to make some recommendations in 100 days. Not sure about that. Sunak wants to keep Brexit safe, even though it weakens our currency, which is inflationary. It makes imports trading costs higher, which is inflationary. It costs government resources, which means less money for poor families struggling with spiralling prices. So why save it? But you always get some lunatic. Well, I personally don't support it, but it was democratically voted for in the referendum, and democracy is worth protecting, even if we don't like the end result. That seems like yes, even though I didn't vote to jump off this cliff and flap my arms in a desperate attempt to save myself from killing myself. You know, I'm still happy that we voted for this. Don't make sense, does that, anyway? We're not going to go into all the replies you got, because, God, we'll be here till... But we'll leave it with the parody account of Mark Francois. One of his favourite lines, he says, "We prefer to take 'em up the Albion." Both! But, yeah, but this is the best one, though. To save you time, Rishi, here is a list of all 72 EU laws that we actually objected to that still made it into the UK statute book. Can you tell us which one you would like to strike out? And said that, and he's got a little tweet in here where it says the Commons Library looks at how many UK laws were influenced by EU laws, and there was only 4,514 out of the possible 34,105. And out of the EU laws that influenced the 514, should I say, vote leave discovered 72 that were forced on us against our will. 72. It's not exactly worth posting economic sanctions on yourself just for 72 EU laws. But yeah, wasn't that video cringy? I just couldn't believe when I watched it. I went, yeah, that's got to be parody. But no, clearly it ain't. Wow. Talk about desperation now, isn't it? Right, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and until the next time, I shall bid you farewell and take care.